So Theo Angelis is Washington's newest state Supreme Court justice. Now, while he's already been on the job for about 6 weeks, he was sworn in hurriedly 6 weeks ago to begin. I guess they've got a lot on the agenda. But today, in Olympia at the Temple of Justice building on the state capitol campus was the ceremonial swearing in, and the courtroom was packed with his family and friends, lots of his former colleagues from the law office where he has worked for the last several years. And then also lots of other former state Supreme Court justices were there. He's taking the seat of former Justice Barbara Madsen, who recently retired. She was there and received a lot of, accolades for her work on the bench. But that's who her exit, I should say, is why Theo Angelis was sworn in, appointed by Governor Bob Ferguson. And Governor Ferguson was there to make some very kind comments. I'll read you one of the things that he said. He said, anyone who's ever worked with Justice Angelis will say the same thing. For such a brilliant legal mind, he's also the nicest guy you will ever want to meet. And his wife was there, and his twins were there as he was sworn in. They zipped him into his ceremonial first robing. And again, as I mentioned, he is replacing Justice Barbara Madsen, who has retired. Now, I should tell you again, I mentioned in the opening, the reason why we went, because we could have just watched this ceremonial swearing in on TVW. We wanted to be there, my colleague TJ Martinell and I, because we knew the governor was going to be there, and hoped for an opportunity to get to speak with him about the recently passed income tax. Have not had a chance to see him personally and speak with him and ask questions about the income tax since the last day of session nearly 6 weeks ago. I was also hoping to ask him about some of the daycare center inexplicably large subsidy payments that we've been uncovering for months. Because on that last day of session, when I asked him about it, he said, I've been too busy with session. I'll get back to you. Haven't been able to get any further response from the governor's office about that. So I was hoping for an opportunity to say, hey, you've got the federal government going after blue states that aren't being, cooperative in investigating some of this, what appears to be, if not fraud, some questionably large payouts going out. Are you, in fact, cooperating with the federal government? And what have you done? What has your office done? I didn't get that chance to talk to him